Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjan Shalakaya Chakshurumlitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namane Gaur Shakti Sarupaya Rupanuga Varayate. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Shri Bhajan Rese by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. The Bhagavad Nam Kaumudi says, if your mind is not absorbed in the name of Shri Bhagavan Achyuta, Achyuta means infallible one, one who never falls, but infallible. If your mind is not absorbed in the name of Shri Bhagavan Achyuta, which is true for all of us, our mind is not absorbed in the names of Krishna. Why the word Shri Bhagavan Achyuta mentioned here? Because we are very fallen. And specifically this word Achyuta means infallible one. So praying to infallible one, Achyuta Bhagavan. Like Shri Bhaktivinoda Thakur is praying to Shri Gopinath with so much so much humility, expressing that I am so fallen. Vishay Durjan Sada Kamirata. I am always engrossed in sense gratification. But praying to whom? Gopinath, one who plays pastimes with gopis, Radharani. And Rishikena Rishikeshu Sevana Bhakti Uchyate. What is the meaning of bhakti? Serving the senses of Bhagwan. His name is Rishikesh, master of the senses. And serving Krishna means Rishikesh, master of senses, with our senses, Rishikena. That's called bhakti. So, you see the related words here. Similarly, Bhagavad Nam Kaumudi, one book, one verse says this: if your mind is not absorbed in the name of Shri Bhagavan Achyuta, why the mind is not absorbed in the name of Achyuta? Because we are fallen. And we are praying to whom? Who is infallible. Then what should we do? Then day and night, without shyness, chant those principal names that are endowed with rati, means attachment. The principal names of Krishna. It won't work with chanting the secondary name, Sarva Shaktiman, Nirguna. It will not work like this. But the principal names which is endowed with some attachment, rati means attachment, such as Radha Raman, Braj Vallabh, Gopijan Vallabh. These are primary, principal names of Krishna. And each and every name here, each and every name of Krishna has so much, has pastimes included in those names. So I'm not going to elaborate because I want to finish this chapter today. It's been almost 1 year. We're not coming to end. How should we practice? So he's explaining, minimize sleep, which is very difficult, right? Eat moderately. Oh, that's something very difficult. And proceed on the path of spiritual truth with a peaceful mind. That's most difficult. And a disregard for worldly things. Most difficult. Yeah. Minimize sleep. Is it possible? One who controls the sleep. Krishna used to address Arjun as Gudakesh. Gudakesh means you can we can control our eating, which is also difficult, but controlling sleeping is very difficult. And that to happen when we start chanting mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Totally samadhi in the pastimes of Krishna. Samadhi. Yeah. Minimize sleep. Eat whatever is necessity. And proceed on the path of spiritual truth with a peaceful mind. Otherwise, Rupa Goswami Pad has given us instruction. Atyahar prayasascha prajalpo niyam agraha. Janasangascha lolyam cha shadbhir bhakti vinashati. Atyahar. Atyahar means collecting more than required. So, sleeping more than required is atyahar. Not only eating. Any kind of collection, any kind of eating, sleeping, whatever. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he is saying, Yatha yogya bhog nahi tava rog. Whatever is essential to maintain one's body demands only that much. Otherwise, if there will be excess of energy and an excess of sleeping, eating, then one gets distracted and get distracted from spiritual path and get attracted to worldly desires. This is because of excess of maintenance of the body. Excess of maintenance. So, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explaining, Srimad Bhagavatam states, Itan eva lokasmin pumsam dharma parasmrita bhakti yoga bhagavati tannam granad bihi. In Jiva Goswami, in his Bhakti Sandarbha, there are 6 Sandarbhas in Bhakti Sandarbha. In one chapter, he is explaining that every canto of Srimad Bhagavatam glorify Bhakti. So, Srimad Bhagavatam 6th canto, the verse which glorify Bhakti is this verse. Etan eva lokasmi pumsam dharma param smritaha. Bhakti yoga bhagavata tan nam granadabhi. Means, only the worship of Bhagwan Shri Vasudev performed through Nam Sankirtan. Worship of Bhagwan Vasudev. Vasudev here means son of Vasudev Maharaj. But no, son of Nanda Maharaj. Then why the word Nandan, why the word Nandan is not there? Why Vasudev? Because Vasu entered in the body of Nanda Maharaj. Dron and Dhara. They perform austerities and they pleased Brahmaji and they got this boon. We want to relish the affectionate mood, the Vatsalya Bhav. So Dron Dhara entered in the body of Nand Maharaj and Yashoda Maiya. And because they are Vasu, And they entered in the body of Nanda Maharaj. That's why Nanda Maharaj also known as Vasudev. No, Vasudev. Not Vasudev, Vasudev. And that's why it said only the worship of Bhagwan Shri Vasudev performed through Nam Sankirtan is called Bhakti Yoga. Nam Sankirtan. That's simply called Bhakti Yoga. This alone is the supreme dharma for the living entities. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Priyojitaha. Bhagavatam says. So, Bhakti and Nam Sankirtan is not two different things. Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga Dhan, Bhakti Emat Smaran Krandan. अतएव नाम मात्र जीवेर धर्म नाम प्रस्फुटित है रूप गुण कर्म कृष्ण नाम चिंतामणि आनंद चिन्मय जय कृष्ण से नाम एक तत्व है. What is Bhakti Yoga? Krandan Smaran, chanting with tears in the eyes, chanting, meditating, and tears in the eyes. That's Bhakti Yoga. अतः नाम मात्र जीवेर धर्म. The only and only responsibility of Jiva is to chant Nam. Nam prasfutit hai रूप गुण कर्म. Only by Nam means chanting holy name. The form, the qualities and pastimes of Krishna can be revealed only through Nam. So Srila Bhakti Thakur giving commentary saying, only Nam Sankirtan is directly Bhakti Yoga. So all the acharyas is loudly announcing this. Why we don't believe this and why we don't realize this. Only Nam Sankirtan is directly Bhakti Yoga. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, addressing to his Gurudev, Shri Ishwar Puripad, Kiva mantra dila gosai, kiva tar phal, japite japite more korile pagal. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is addressing to his Gurudev. Kiva mantra dila gosai, kiva tar phal. Oh Gosai, oh Gurudev, what kind of mantra you given me? Japite japite. Whenever I chant this mantra makes me pagal. Make me mad. Madness in bhakti. Not ordinary mad person. We hear this word pagal. Kiva mantra dila gosai, kiva tar phal, japite more, korile pagal. And another that bhajan, prema mugda hoye, pagalini prai. What is that bhajan? Prema mugda hoye, pagalini prai. Jai Shri knows this bhajan? Dekhite dekhite. Yeah. Dekhite dekhite. Bhuli wo va kabe. निज स्थूल परिचय नयने हे दीवो ब्रजपुरा शोभा नित्य चिदानंदमय. And then there is one line. Pagalini prai. Pagal. Get mad. Mahaprabhu said, oh Gosai, oh Gurudev, what kind of mantra you given me? Whenever I chant this mantra, makes me pagal. Not ordinary pagal. There are many pagals. But this is divine pagal. So in this way, I have to I'm in a rush to finish this. Otherwise, if just one verse and we will not able to finish the complete chapter. Mm, yes. And in Kali Yuga, it is only means by which Shri Brajendra Nandan can be controlled. You see, in the verse means the translation of the verse, and the verse says Vasudeva. Only the worship of Bhagwan Shri Vasudeva, and Srila Bhakti Thakur is giving in his commentary. In his commentary, he is explaining who is that Vasudeva. It is only means by which Shri Brajendra Nandan, Brajaraj Nandan means Krishna, can be controlled. Only by bhakti, and that bhakti is chanting. A question may arise here. If sense enjoyment and so forth are easily attained through Nam Kirtan, why are learned persons teaching Karma Yoga? Everything is easy to attain by chanting Nam Sankirtan. Or no other process can be successful without Nam Sankirtan. Even Karma Kanda, even Gyan, they all chanting Nam. If sense enjoyment and so forth are easily attained through Nam Kirtan, the question is, why are learned persons teaching Karma Yoga then? The answer is that the intelligence of Yajnavalkya, Jaimini, and other compilers of Dharma Shastras was often bewildered by Maya Devi. Maya Devi bewildered them. Their minds remained attracted to the beautiful explanation given at the time of Rigveda, Yajur, and Samaveda, and they are engrossed in the various kinds of activities by which with great difficulty one obtains the insignificant and temporary result of attaining Swarga, the heavenly planets. The topmost dharma is Nam Kirtan, which is easily performed. However, they were unable to understand this. Those names, Yajnavalkya, Jaimini, etc., even though they compiled Dharma Shastras, but they are bewildered by Maya Devi. They are not understanding the importance of Nam Kirtan. Whereas, according to Bhakti Shastras and Bhakti gurus of compiling Bhakti scriptures like Narad Sutra, they announce that topmost dharma is Nama Kirtan, which is easily performed. Is it easy to perform Nam Kirtan? Yes, just clapping. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Bhakti Yoga, Nama Kirtan, which is easily performed. However, they were unable to understand this. Not everyone can understand the importance of Nama Kirtan. It needs lot of Sukritis, heap of Sukritis. Even that will not work. Then the special Sukriti, when someone is blessed by some Acharya, some pure devotee, then firm faith that by performing Nama Kirtan, I have performed all other dharma, only just by chanting Nam Kirtan. Kali Kale Nam Rupe Krishna Avatar. In Kali Yuga, Krishna again incarnate as his name. So, while chanting Harinam, one should remember Krishna's pastime. Nishant Kirtan Kunje Bhang Kari Dhyan Karne Krame Krame Chitte Lagne Raser Vidhan. By remembering and performing Kirtan of Nishant Leela, or Nishant Leela means Kunja Bhanga Leela, the mind will gradually relish ras. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is taking this. See, we see all this text. This is the last text, 38. But all the texts, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur took some quotations from so many acharyas. Gopal Guru, Bhakti Sami Sindhu by Rup Goswami, Govind Lilamrit by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. So many references from so many scriptures, from many granthas, special references. Why? Just the first chapter alone is only speaking about the glories of Harinam. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is so much giving gravity and want to make us realize that chanting Harinam and Bhakti is not different, is one and the same thing. So this, he finally comes to this point, the perfection of Nam Sankirtan. This is the speciality of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's bhajans and his writings. He starts from scratch, and gradually he goes very high to Radha Dasyam. All his songs and his writings are like this. Even if we read Jav Dharma or Chaitanya Shikshamrit and all these books, Harinam Chintamani, his book Sharnagati, songs in Sharnagati. So up till now we were hearing the glories of Harinam, but in the last now he's explaining what is the perfection in Harinam. And he explaining about Kunja Bhanga Leela, that is Nishanta Leela. So beautiful words from Shri Govind Lilamrit, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying. Ratri antre trishta vrinder bahu vivar bodhitam Krishna. I mean the translation. At the end of the night, Vrinda Devi, fearing the approach of day, indicates to the shuka, means that parrot, sari, female parrot, and other birds to make sweet sounds to awaken Shri Radha Krishna. Shri Radha Krishna is sleeping. They're tired after performing Ras Leela and amorous pastimes. Yeah, they're sleeping in Nidhuban. And Vrinda Devi, she's arranging those pastimes. She's indicating to Shuka, parrot, Sari, means female parrot, and other birds to make sweet sounds to awaken Shri Radha Krishna. A cool, gentle, fragrant breeze is slowly blowing. With charming calls, the peacocks, peahens, Shuk, Sari, and Papiha, means cuckoos, the cuckoo birds, glorify Shri Radha Krishna pastimes. So even birds are speaking those pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Whatever they have, whatever they witness, they are singing those pastimes, so that giving pleasure to the ears of Radharani and pleasure to the ears of Krishna. So what they are singing, they say, O Brajaraj Nandan, O Nikunjeshwari, when will we receive your darshan? Although the divine couple have been aroused by the sweet chirping of the birds, Divine couple means Radha Krishna. They're in a deep sleep. Their deep sleep means remembering, embracing each other. This is their sleep. But by hearing those sounds of the birds, by the chirping of the birds, they embrace each other in fear of being separated and again fall asleep, weary from amorous play. They wake up and they fall asleep. That's why uh, puja in our temples after Mangal Aarti. So Mangal Aarti is what? Waking up Shri Radha Krishna. That's the whole idea of Mangal Aarti. Radha Rani and Krishna together, sleeping together. Vrinda Devi engaging those birds to awake them. That's before sunrise, and that's why this is Brahm Muhurta. They both get up and fear of getting separated, they embrace each other. And in that embrace, they are feeling Anant Sukha, so much pleasure. And again, they fall asleep. So, in our temples, the system of the style of worshipping is all according to the pastimes, the Ashtakali Leela of Radha and Krishna, eightfold pastimes of Radha and Krishna. That's why Mangal Aarti is what? When we see Mangal Aarti, we are waking up Radha and Krishna with like gopis. They are chanting Mridanga Kartal. Mangala Shri Guru Gaura. This is what we sing. Mangala Murati. Mangala Shri Radha Krishna. Jugala Piriti. And in some Gaudiya Mats, Mangal Aarti of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhale Gaura Gadadhare Arati Nihari Nadiya Puraba Bhage Jau Balihari. Because Bhaktivinoda Thakur is writing this Mangal Aarti, and actually all songs what we sing in our mats is all written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur's worshipable is Shri Gaur Gadadhar. So he starts this Mangal Aarti addressing to Shri Gaur Gadadhar. Bhale Gaura Gadadhar Arati Nihari Nadiya Purabo Bhage Jau Balihari. And then he comes to Radha Krishna. Kalpataru Tale Ratna Singasana Pori Sabu Sakhi Veshtita Kishora Kishori Udata Jadita Kata Maniga Jamoti Jhamaki Jhamaki Lage Pratiyanga Jyoti Nila Nirada Lagi Vidyutamala Duhu Angamili Shobha Bhuvanayujala Shankha baje ghanta baje karatala Madhura mirdanga baje paramarasala. Then very nice lines. Devi Lakshmi Shuti Gana Dharani lotave Gopi Ganayadi Kara Rovat gave Pancha Pradipe Dhari Karpurabati Lalita Sundari Kare Yugalayarati Ananga Manjari Chua Chandana Deve Malati Ramala Rupa Manjari Lagave Bhakati Vinodarahi Surabhi ki kunje Arati Darshane Prema Sukhavunje. So Mangalarti, where his okay, after Mangalarti, uh, Balya Bhog means Makhan and Mishri offered to the deities, and then Pujari closed the door. The same pastime is happening in Idhuban. They both get up and then they embrace and they again fall asleep because they don't want to leave each other, and the fear of separation is there. So Pujari, after Mangalarti, after Bhoga, then he closed the door, and meanwhile Pujari goes and wash all the dishes, all those utensils, ingredients, etc., collecting ingredients for bathing. So this time, 1 hour, 1.5 hour, again a chance is given to Radha Krishna to sleep. That's according to the Ashtakali Leela, 8-fold pastimes of Krishna. This is how it happened in temples. And then bathing means Abhishek of Krishna deities. Anyway, so Bhaktivinoda Thakur is explaining. They embrace each other in fear of being separated and again fall asleep, weary from amorous play. The more Vrinda Devi tries to wake them, the more they drowsily pretend to sleep deeply. Vrinda Devi wants them to get up, to awake, but more drowsily they go sleep, deep sleep. They do not desire to leave one another. At that time, the she monkey, Kakhati, loudly cries, Jatila, Jatila, and they awaken, filled with fear. The meaning of Jatila is morning has come, and the sun rays, which look like matted hair, Jata, are about to appear. Understand? Jatila means what? The one meaning of Jatila is mother-in-law of Radharani. But the actually meaning of Jatila is what? Jata means all those matted hair. The meaning is morning has come and the sun rays which look like matted hair are about to appear. So wake up, wake up. But it can also mean Jatila is coming. Jatila means Shri Radha's mother-in-law. The Nitya Sakhi and Pran Sakhi enters the Kunja. These Manjari Sakhis redecorate Radha and Krishna with cloths and ornaments. Everything is disarranged. But then Sakhis and Manjaris, they are arranging cloths and ornaments of Radha and Krishna so that they can go back to their homes. These Manjari Sakhis redecorate Radha and Krishna with cloths and ornaments, concealing the signs of their amorous pastimes. And then they call the Priya Sakhis and Priya Narma Sakhis Kishore and Kishori joke with each other, and Shri Lalita performs their arati. Thereafter, they proceed to their respective residences. This is Nishant Leela, 3:30 to 6:30 in the morning. the brief description. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ends this chapter by writing one song which we sing in Kartik. After the end of every chapter, there are songs. This is Ashtakali Leela, and in Kartik we sing these songs. देखिया अरुणादय वृंदा देवी व्यस्त है कुंजे नाना रला कराईला शुक सारी पद्य सुनी उठे राधा नीला मणि सखी गना देखी हष्ट हैला. This is bhajan. Meaning is Nishanta Leela, the pastimes at night. The pastimes at night's end is also called Kunja Bhanga Leela. Nishanta Leela is also known as Kunja Bhanga Leela. Because Radha and Krishna have to separate after their night-long pastimes in the Kunja. The eager sadhaka who remembers and performs kirtan of this pastime will very quickly become eligible for the treasure of Krishna Prem. This is how in Brahmurata, when we, if in Brahmurata, if we chant Harinam, we should remember this with mind. We should go to Nidhiban and we remember this, not artificial remembering, some form, some figure, but meditating what Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is explaining. Radha Krishna don't want to leave. Lalita Sakhi, Vrinda engaging the birds and they're chanting Jatila Jatila. They both wake up and the Manjaris, Priya Narma Sakhis, Manjaris, they are redecorating both of them. And then finally, even though they don't want to give up each other, and finally they go to their respective residence. What happened then? Radha Rani is sleeping. And Jawat, in-laws. And then Jatila comes. What I'm seeing, she's wearing yellow garment, the upper cloth, the chadar. What is this? This is Krishna's garment. And Sakhi say, oh Jatila, you now getting old. You have color blindness. It's not yellow, this is blue. No, this is yellow. You see, oh, see the sun rays. Let some sun rays come inside. So they open the curtain and the sun rays fall inside, and immediately they take out Krishna's yellow garment. Means the yellow, sorry. Take out the Krishna's chadar, his upper cloth, and they put Radharani's blue cloth. And Jatila said, yes, this is blue. And I was thinking this is yellow. Yes, I'm getting old. And there, Krishna is sleeping, Yashoda Maya comes. Huh? Krishna's wearing blue color? Who's that? Who's blue cloth? Then the Sakhas, they say, oh Maya, Krishna playing so much with Baldev, with Dau, Balaram, because Baldev Prabhu wears blue color. Understand? Baldev Prabhu is the second expansion of Krishna. All his activities, all his dressing, everything is to serve Krishna. Even why he wears this blue color cloth? Because this helps in the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. When the Sakhas are saying Krishna is so much fighting and playing with Baldev, and they were running here and there, Baldev Prabhu took Krishna's yellow and Krishna took Baladev's, Dau's blue color cloth. Then Maya say, oh, okay, yes. Baldev also wear blue color cloth. See? And then other Leela starts after this, 3:30 to 6:30, and now 6:30 to 9:30. Yashoda Maya taking care of Krishna, and Krishna is going with cows. This the second chapter, second yam. We're going to hear this next time. Let's see when it's possible. I'm not sure. So today is our last class for this session, and we try to complete the first chapter, Bhajan Rase. Today was very quick one. I was in rush to finish this. Otherwise, there was so many explanation of each and every word of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and the moods of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur here. So, ending up here.